Welcome back to West Texas View.
This interesting program is being brought to you by Sandra, who is the executive director, and Susan, who's the team leader director, about a program called Be the Change. And it's directed at junior high and high school students, and it's a way to combat anti-bullying programs, and also to help people raise their self-esteem and their self-worth. And so we were talking about Challenge Day, which is kind of the kickoff.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want us to talk about for that? And then I want us to talk about leadership teams.
Okay.
What else?
Well, during Challenge Day, we not only have students that come through the program, we also have teachers, administrative staff, counselors, parents, and it's a community effort. So it's a really great program.
So you have a lot of adult volunteers as well as the student participants.
Yes, we do.
And so how do you get those adult volunteers? Is that something we're going to be talking about later?
Yes,
okay,
it is.
Let's get to the leadership team.
Yeah, one of the great things about Challenge Day is it is one of the coolest emotional roller coasters, and it's so much fun for the adults because we have a lot of fun because you get to do you just do all kinds of crazy things.
Because it's educational for them,
right?
And
Right.
helps them be a better parent, teacher, etc.
Right. But Sandra was talking about that the program is it's a 6-hour experience that the kids go through. Intensive, right. It really, when I participated, I thought, oh, I'm going to get to go help the kids. My son, it happened at my son's school first, and so I thought, well, this would be a great opportunity. I like to help the kids. I was looking for something to get plugged into, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get to go help the kids, and it really changed my entire life.
And your outlook and perspective about all of the things they face.
Yeah, exactly. And so one of the things that we realized, though, is that with the program, it is a really incredible program, but just like with anything, we go through a great program, we learn stuff, and then our intentions are to go back and apply it to our lives, right? But unless we put it into practice, we know that we go back to school, we go back to our normal lives, and everything just goes back to normal.
Life gets in the way.
It does. Life gets in the way, and we go back to what we're comfortable with what we know. And so in order for the kids to learn the principles of love, acceptance, and forgiveness, which is basically what Challenge Day teaches, we decided that we wanted to create leadership teams within the schools, within the junior high and high schools, so that the kids have the tools to go back and help create that positive shift in the school. Among their peers, right, among everybody, because the principals are great, and everybody goes back for a week or two and is lovey-dovey, and everything's great, and then we forget. So the leadership teams focus on a couple of some core students, like we find 5 to 10 students that are the core students who want to really help make that positive impact. And then we have a larger team called Be the Change teams, where we invite students to come and do things. This core group helps us to lead those students because as adults we know we can make some impact with the kids, but we know we really don't have as much influence as we would like to with the kids. The most influence is with the teenagers. So we have those leaders that create the main impact, and then they reach out to the students as a whole, as the student body, and try to make an impact there. We're really excited this year that we're actually going to maybe get to spend some time in the schools and do some leadership classes with them, with both the small group and then the larger group as a whole. Because really the idea of Challenge Day is that if you don't like something in this world, if you don't like something in your environment or your community or your family or whatever, then go out and be the change that you wish to see in the world. Exactly. Exactly.
But how long does this leadership team work? The whole school year?
We're trying to get it through the whole.
And then the next year you start Challenge Day over, and it might be a new leadership team, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So you do it at every grade level, or how do you do it?
Well, we're relatively new organization, so really we've only got 2 years kind of under our belt, 2 school years. This will be our third school year, really,
Coming
where we've
up.
created the teams in the schools, and so we're having some learning growth,
Some evolution of
yes,
it.
exactly, and that's what we've decided, that we really need this. So at the 3 high schools, mainly Midland High, Lehigh, and Midland Christian, we have these leadership teams created. So our plan is to go in and really spend some time with them, even before Challenge Day and after Challenge Day, to do that. And
So what has your experience been with this? Have the students loved it? Or have they used it? What?
we have had, last year we saw some incredible things happen. We were able to get all of our teams together, Midland High, Lehigh, Midland Christian, even our junior high teams. We brought them together one day on a Saturday. We had somebody come in and do some training, and then they actually went out and did a service project together. Because one of the things that we know is that if you want to change the world, or if you want to change your community or your culture, whatever, you have to get outside of yourself and do things for other people. And to see those kids all come together and do projects together, it's just incredible. We had one team at Midland High who the leadership team took it upon themselves. They had a tragedy with one of the kids at their school. They took it on themselves to call this family, to arrange for them to do yard work and meals set up, and run errands and go to the grocery store and do all kinds. And that was the kids leading that. And then, of course, we as adults jumped in to help support them.
Leaders.
No, exactly. They don't need leaders. They just need support, is what we've realized. The kids really.
That's a great statement. They just need support.
They do. They want to make a difference. They don't like the way their school is. They don't like all the drama and all the stuff that happens in school, and the bullying and teasing and social isolation and everything that the kids have to deal with. So,
and one of the things that you said that I thought was so important is be the change and inspire others. Inspire, and that's what this whole thing is doing to me, is inspiring me.
Well, good.
But I want to know one other thing about this. What do the teachers think about it?
We've had some really positive experiences with the teachers where they get to come in and see that student they saw one particular way. Now they get to look at them in a different way.
Because they're seeing it on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
And they're getting some good insight on these problems. We're going to have to take a break right now. We'll be back in just a minute and finish this conversation. All right.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.